I would go, when I was flying or whatever, if he was in town and I happened to be flying over, I'd stop in where, we'd go to the hotel and stay at the hotel for a couple days or something and sit under the cabana or something like that. But with Steve, it was like he'd spend, I'd get to be partake of a bunch of thousands of dollars of comps on the hotel, but Steve would say, "Oh, can you go get me a sandwich?" Well, of course, I knew. I mean, someone might not understand that, that's the cost of being made a nice place for these people to live. And Steve gave them cheap rent because we wanted happy people, nice people in our apartments. He said, yeah, he had a quirky sense of humor. What the hell is a quirky sense of humor? People watch movies where they butcher little kids. What the hell are you? This is why everybody, and here's my diatribe for the day. This is what everybody's so scared about right now. When Steve can do this, we are in deep shit. Because there's just nothing there. You find me where everybody's so scared about right now. Where is like you go into Publix. This is the other part that I want to stress with this. That it doesn't matter that they won't chase people, but people are saying, but we were gonna go by Reno and see him, but we didn't make it because it snowed on us and da-da-da-da-da-da. So I didn't see him. But with my son, we stopped. We ate in one of the best, in the Fusion restaurant. I highly recommend the Fusion restaurant. I can't think of the name, but Steve was an art. I'm sorry. I haven't talked to Mary Lou. We're not gonna chase her. I mean, when she wants, if and when she wants to talk to us, we're here. But I don't know what the situation is because maybe Steve wouldn't have told me if they broke up because that's just the kind of, and for Steve, breaking up is a fungible thing because he still knows and hangs out with occasionally and experience.
Eric, given what you know about your brother, what are the types of clues that you think will reveal?
The clue that reveals Steve is that he transferred $100,000 to the Philippines to take care of Mary Lou, and you guys think he's an evil genius. How can you not think that it's very easy that he manipulated Mary Lou? Mary Lou's a smart lady, I'm not saying, but he could have the reason they found this stuff in the Mesquite house, he could have very easily not gone. He had multiple houses and a bunch of the hotels, not any hotel, but many of the hotels, he walks in and says, give me a room. They give him a room for a week.
Do you feel manipulated? Do you feel by Steve?
That's the problem. They give him a room for a week.
Do you feel manipulated? Do you feel by Steve? Do you feel
That's the story already. When I drove out to pick my son up to Steve, he probably sent it to a bank where it got turned. People he loved, he took care of. This thing I might be wrong about. He manipulated, stress with this, that it doesn't matter that they won't chase people, but people are saying, oh, it did not take a village for Steve. Steve was an art. It did not take a village for Steve. Steve was an art. I'm sorry. Steve was an art. I'm sorry. Please don't. I'm using a colloquial, I was about to use a colloquial term that it was like he'd spend, I'd get to be partake of a bunch of thousands of dollars of comps on the hotel, but Steve would say, oh, can you go get me a sandwich? When Steve can do this, we are in deep shit because there's just nothing there. You find me where someone who's like Steve does this. I hope the hell they find when they do the autopsy that there's a tumor in his head or something. We're all in trouble because Steve was just, Steve's dead. You can't say anything bad about him anymore because who cares? Say something horrible happened to my brother, and whatever happened to him in his head that made him go over the edge like this, you don't, when the lights go out at night and you lay your head on your pillow, this is you and me.
Some developing news right now. The brother of the Las Vegas concert gunman has been arrested in North Hollywood. KCAL9's Amy Johnson is live. She is in North Hollywood with more. And Amy, these are some pretty serious accusations.
They sure are, Sandra. We're talking about 59-year-old Bruce Douglas Paddock. He was arrested here at the Four Seasons Healthcare and Wellness Center this morning. That's that brown building there. He was arrested on charges of child pornography and sexual exploitation of a child. Now, Paddock, seen here, is the brother of the Las Vegas shooter, Stephen Paddock. Now, the investigation into Bruce Paddock began before the Las Vegas shooting. In fact, I spoke to a man who didn't want to go on camera, who said Bruce Paddock was actually bragging about his brother after the shooting rampage, announcing to people in the nursing and rehab facility that it was his brother and that he was glad he killed those people.
I think it's terrible. I really do think it's terrible. It's so horrible.